Well, we're just, first of all, thank you to all of you that are here covering the game. It's just a big time in our sport, and we appreciate the publicity that you're giving it. I thought we played a little bit rusty tonight. Wasn't our prettiest game of basketball, but I want to give credit to Hawaii. I just thought they were so consistently aggressive, both aggressive to the goal, aggressive to go inside, aggressive on the rebounds. I just thought, they came in and played fearlessly. They were definitely the aggressor on a lot of plays, and they gave us all we could handle. I was really pleased with the way Nirra Fields and Kennedy Burke played, also Lajane Drummer. I thought they played very confident, played very aggressive, rebounded the ball really well. So I didn't think it was overall one of our best games in terms of our fluidity and our teamwork and having a good rhythm about us. But what I do like is when you have bad shooting nights and you don't have a rhythm, you find ways to win. And I think in the NCAA tournament, it's just really important when things aren't pretty or things aren't comfortable, can you find other ways just to get the job done? And we were able to do that, so obviously I'm proud of my team. Well, our bench has been a huge key for us all year long. It's really been a team effort, and they've been really consistent. I mean, we can rely on getting a punch off the bench from somebody, and different people have been there different nights. Kelly Hayes has been a real spark for us down the stretch. Today, I thought it was really Kennedy Burke, who really came in the back of the zone, just did a great job using her length, got us some great passes in the open floor, and really attacked the glass. So that's really been a strength of ours, that we know it doesn't all have to fall on our starters' shoulders. Somebody is going to come in and give us a punch. And I think it's a credit to their selflessness, their readiness, their mental toughness. So obviously this was another example tonight.
You guys stayed really poised throughout their continual wave of attacks. Was that something that you told them, or was that something that you said?
Well, I think they've been a team of poise a lot this year. They've had to come back. They've had to play with leads. They've experienced a lot. And the one thing I will say about this team is that they've had a calm about them through all the different circumstances of what they've been through. I thought the really bad part, we may have had poise, but we could have done a better job playing defense without fouling, because there's so much stoppage of play, especially in the second half, and we gave them 30 free throws. And I think our poise could have come into play a little more on the defensive end, focusing on getting into your stance, getting there a little bit early. Every defense we play, we talk about forcing one hard shot, and a free throw is not a hard shot. So we've got to do a better job having poise on the defensive end, so we're not able to bail teams out by fouling, especially late in the shot clock.
At the point where you went from down to 13-12 to up 35-18, Dejana, Anise, you were getting points from a lot of other players. It seemed like you got a lot of people involved and you were getting a lot of help. Can you talk to that?
It really just starts with the defensive end. We're a great running team, we're a great transition team, and when we can get stops and push the ball, it makes our offense that much easier. But when we get in the half court and those people are really contributing, getting really deep steals in the post, it makes our job easier.
Coach, would you please tell us, and I don't mean to dwell on the negative, but obviously a disappointing exit from the Pac-12 tournament. Do you think that you fixed whatever problems were ailing at that point? And what are the two things you're happiest about with this game, and the two things that you most want to work on over the next 2 days?
That's like 3 questions in one. I'm not that smart, but I'm just teasing you. I thought we played. I really liked our energy in the Pac-12 tournament until the finals. I think we're still playing a really young roster for the most part, and I had every player on our team write me what they learned from the Pac-12 tournament, and their insights were really well-spoken and very, I thought, right on cue. So I think all of us have something different to take away from the Pac-12 tournament, myself included as a coach, and I think we learned a lot. I thought we had a bad game, maybe even a bad half. I didn't think we had a bad tournament. So I just think that half of basketball in the finals does not define who we are, and we didn't let it define it. We wanted to learn from it. We wanted to see, we obviously think some things got exposed in us, but we weren't going to dwell on it because we'd had so many other things that we'd built throughout the year. In terms of the two things I'm most pleased with and the things I'm most concerned about, I thought when things got tough a little bit today, we weren't as enthusiastic as we normally are. And just that team spirit has been a really wonderful characteristic of this team all year long. And I really challenged them to just, no matter what the circumstance, they got to keep that. And actually, when you have sort of a game like this, it was a little bit ugly and hard to get a rhythm going, you actually need it more. So challenged them in that area, and our rebounding. That has to be, we're not a precision point passing, perfect shooting team. We haven't been that all year, but we've won the possession games. We either won the turnover battle or we've won the rebounding battle. And so we didn't do either of those tonight. And so those would be my two biggest concerns and the things that we need to fix really, really fast. I think I'm most pleased with the consistent selflessness and the ability to give us a punch off the bench. That's a huge thing for us. Really pleased with that. And I'm also pleased that when we had a bad shooting night, that we just hunkered down, and you can hear the talk. They know that it just goes back to defense and getting stops. We don't freak out about it. We don't lose our composure. I like the maturity and calm even when things don't go our way. And I think that's going to bode well, because not everything's going to be easy. I mean, it's going to be, this tournament just going to get harder and harder and harder, and we have to be willing to stay calm through those ups and downs. This is a game of runs, and basketball is a game of failure. You actually fail more in basketball than you succeed in basketball from a numerical standpoint, and you got to be able to stay the course through that. And I think we've proven that to be very consistent in that area.
Kennedy, can you talk about just the fight that was going on? I mean, as you said, way under pressure. You come out 6 and 7. You look very comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Can you just talk about playing in that atmosphere?
I think the main thing was that we came really prepared. Sorry.
Yeah. How rough was it out there?
Oh, it was pretty rough out there. Like, I know a few times. Sorry, I apologize. I just want to like give a big credit to my teammates for just like finding me. So I'm so
You're
sorry.
fine. You're
Sorry.
fine.
Gosh, I just sorry.
What was your mindset going into this game? How were you so ready to play when you came in?
I think just my teammates giving me a huge boost in my confidence, and I think for coming into the game, my main focus was to just like get rebounds for my team and being aggressive, passion plays, deflections, and yeah.
You did it. And how can you say no to those dimples anyway? I mean, really. That's
Nirra, how important is it to Nirra season? How important is it to have such a great bench and to be so deep? You have a very deep team.
I always say this, like, Kennedy had a great game today, and it's always going to be the bench. A lot of starters, they're going to key in on us, and if we're not having great nights or we're struggling, the bench is always key. And I honestly think that's like our secret weapon in a sense. When games get tough and starters aren't producing, it's a key thing for our bench to come off and just give us a spark. So they're really important.
Maybe odd, but you were at 15 before Jordan even scored a point.
Yeah.
I mean, you had a lot of things that were working, even though you didn't have that voice. Can you talk about finding whatever rhythm you did find?
Well, I think a lot of it was off our defense. You know, originally we turned them over early and were able to get some easy buckets in transition. Jordan wasn't hitting her open jumper that she's been hitting very consistently recently. And I sort of like that because it really forced some people to do some other things, and she had to be forced to just run the team. She wasn't, a lot of times she's been putting the team on her back and really scoring, and that was the way she'd been running the team. And today she needed to do it differently. She wasn't scoring as well. She wasn't able to get her jumper going, and so she had to get other people. She just had to be a facilitating guard, and I think that's what she brings to us, is that she doesn't have to be the scoring guard all the time, and she's a really good passer. She led the Pac-12 in assists this year. So, I love it when you're leading, one of your leading scorers and somebody who's been playing your most consistent basketball has a down night, and you can count on other people to have her back, and she can lead in different ways.
Got time for one more question?
You generally play a very up-tempo style. When the team has to shoot, when they shoot that many free throws, is it harder to get back into that rhythm?
It definitely is, especially just putting them on the free throw line, just having them make those easy shots and playing to their game. They're more methodical and we're more up-tempo, so it plays right into their hands. When we can't get out in the open court, it's really difficult for us to really beat us at our best, so it definitely is hard.